Hello and welcome to another video. Today is the first time in a few weeks that we actually haven't had rain in the UK, which means that our grass is getting a bit long. So today we're going to take the opportunity to cut it and at the same time sweep it up with our Ransoms Steiner lawn sweeper. We are round here by the back grass now, and it's quite windy today, so there might be some wind noise in the background of today's video. And the grass is getting quite long, especially in certain places where it's longer than others. But today we're going to be tackling this. But before we can actually get cutting, we need to do a bit of routine maintenance on the sweeper. People that have been watching my videos for a while now will remember that we got this lawn sweeper at an auction a couple of years ago, and it is Ransoms badged, but as it says on the tag there, it is a Steiner because it's made by the Steiner Turf Equipment Company. And in terms of modifications on this, before we got it, someone had made this hitch, which rises up probably about 3/4 of a foot on the tow hitch, presumably for a bigger tractor so that this would fit on the back of it. At some point we will revert that back to original, but not today's job. Now in terms of how this works, you have this handle here, which you can lower that down, that engages the brushes, or you can keep it here for transporting it so that you're not sweeping up your gravel or whatever you're travelling over. Then the brushes push the grass backwards into this area, and then all of these little fork bits push the grass up here. Now the grass fills the hopper from the bottom upwards, which means that as more and more grass goes in, it kind of self-compacts itself so that you get more into a hopper. And from our experience of using this, you can get a lot of grass in the back here. It is quite a big hopper. Now there is some work to do on this at some point besides the hitch, which is all the rust holes that are in it. There's a couple of big rust holes like the one down there, and there's a couple more smaller ones, but it's still fully functional at the moment. So that is how we're going to be using it today. Now off camera we've done our maintenance and we just lent the sweeper back to do that. Now first thing we've done is we've greased all of the grease points. There's one on the front wheel here, and then there's one on this bearing and another one on the bearing back there, and the same on the other side. All of those have been greased up now. Then we've lubed up this chain too, which there's only chain on one side, so that's all it needed doing there. And you can see better now with this tilted up the rust problem with some of the smaller holes and then the big hole down that end. Amazing how much it still picks up though, because this does very well, especially with this chunk out of this brush. This is the worst one out of all of them, and they've all got a bit of wear, but as you can see some of them are quite good, like this one, and then you have the worst one here which clearly misses a decent amount. So at some point we'll get around to putting new brushes on this, sorting out all of the rust, and this should make an excellent machine when it's fully sorted, because it does very well as it is. Now obviously before we can start sweeping we need to cut the grass, so introducing our machines for today, we have the 1980 Bolens HT23 with the deck on to cut the grass. There's a cat there, and the Bolens HT20 which will be turning the sweeper. So as you just saw, we've cut the grass in both directions and there's a lot of grass cuttings. So it's a good thing that we're going to be sweeping them up. Otherwise that's just going to rot and cause a not very nice smell. Now we've brought the HT23 round, used the airline and blown all the grass off of that. So that's all cleaned up. Brought the HT20 in and hooked it up to the sweeper. As you can see, I'm elevated off the floor. And what we'll do now is start up the HT20, take it round and get sweeping. all done now, and we're quite happy with the finish on the grass. There's not much left on there, and it's good to have it cut. The skies are now going grey, so it's a good thing we have done the job now, and we're not going to get soaked with rain that looks like it's coming. So that's a job well done from the two HTs that we used today, and the sweeper did well too. Only criticisms with the sweeper is that it can be quite difficult to empty sometimes with the door on the back of it, and also because of how short it is quite difficult to reverse when I'm turning around at the end of the garden. But other than that, the job went quite well today, and with the skies getting greyer, we are going to start packing up now and hopefully get inside before it rains. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.